Welcome in. Today I'm going to make a video on how to get started on Unreal Engine 5. So let's go ahead and get started. Follow me. There are two different versions here, 5.3 and a 5.4. I'm doing the 5.3. So you also have to create a project and add to project. Totally different. Create a project, you have to start from scratch. Add a project and just add it to it. So we want to do that. Create a project. Create a project right here. And what version you plan on using? 5.3. Let's go ahead and rename this. Called Test Project. And then I'm going to find a place that I want to put it with my other games in my project folder right there. I'm going to hit select and create. Now let's just go ahead and pick an asset to add to it. Let's try the Medieval Village Mega Pack. Add to project, which is right here. Add. Now let's move on. As you can see my test project here, I'm going to right click, create a shortcut, which is going to create a shortcut on my desktop. Then I want to exit out of here. And you can see my shortcuts right here. Now what I want to do is I want to open that up. So it'll be easier instead of going to the launcher. I just open it up. Okay, this is where we have so far. We open a project up. This is where we're at. You can see the outliner over here, which has all your assets you added to your game. But we're not going to use that. So the first thing we want to do is go right here to the contact drawer. Click on that and you see everything we have on the contact. Click on contact, highlight it. Right click, new folder, and we're gonna put a name or a game. Well, I'm just gonna say test game. That's what I'm gonna use. Now, highlight it again, right click, set color. You can set the color whatever you want to the folder. I'm just gonna pick that color. The reason why I do that, because it's easier to find when I'm looking for it. And you want everything as organized as possible. So click on it again, highlight it, right click, new folder. And this one's gonna be called Maps. Maps is where I'm gonna store all my assets and games and my landscape, keep everything organized. So now this is what we have right here. So now everything's organized. So now I want to create a landscape. And to do that, I'm going up to the File, New Level, Basic. Click on that and then Create. This is what you actually have available. There's nothing here. But we don't want to. This is the lightning. Click on that. Highlight the floor. Delete. We don't need no floor. So now we have nothing here to start. That's fine. So we're going to go back up here. Lightning. Highlight every one of those with the shift key. Hold it down. And then delete. Now we're emptied out of there. So now we want to go up to M4. You can see the blueprints right there. World lightning, drag that into your scene. Now we got lightning right there. You can see the world lightning blueprint right there. Highlight that, drag it into the lightning folder, and leave it. Now this is where we got right now. Okay. Next step is going to be to make a landscape. Click on landscape right there. You can see everything you want. The quads, what size you want, the sections, how big a landscape. We'll just start out small. Creative. And this is what we have right now. No train, no nothing. Pretty much empty. Now go up to landscape. Click, hit selection. You have to hit selection every time you want to exit out landscape and do something else. Because if you don't, nothing's going to work. So now, this is what we have over here. Nothing. So now we want to go back to the contact drawer. Find the blueprints. See the magic map material BP5 version 2. Highlight that. Drag it into your scene. This is what you have now. Nothing's changed. Go to outliner. Make sure magic map is highlighted. You can see it blue right there. Hit details and prepare new landscape. This new landscape right here. Next, you go to selection mode. Hit landscape. Hit paint. Hit that plus sign which says create a layer. Click on it. Wait, blended layer. Click on that. Save. Highlight is right there. Then you want to go back up to landscape mode. Hit selection. Exit out of there. Go back. Highlight magic map. Hit details. And hit apply landscape preset. Now it's landscape preset. You can see everything right here. You have your landscape right here. You have your grass, everything. Now let's hit play and see what happens. Well, why that he fell through. And the reason why he fell through is because he wasn't on the landscape. So that's very important. So in order to fix that, you have to go to player start, click on that. Find out where it's highlighted. Right there it is. See his highlighter right there? He's under the terrain. You want to lift him up above that terrain. Now he'll be okay. Now when he play, he's just going to stay still. Okay, we'll exit out of that. That's all taken care of now. Now, how are you supposed to lay down the other landscapes? Well, let's go back up to select mode, landscape, paint. Now these are the layers right here. Now say you want some dirt. Click on that, find the dirt. Desert, island. We want island because that's exactly what it is, island. Click on it, highlight it. When you highlight it, this is what you got. The brush size, big, small. I usually keep it small because you know it's dirt. You don't want the whole thing unless you want to expand it. Well, now see now it's small. Now when I click it, watch what happens. I can make a trail. Okay. Now let's say you don't want dirt no more. Now how do you get rid of it? Grass. Find the grass layer that says island. Island right there. Click on grass. Now you can have your grass layer right there. Okay. Now you got grass. Let's say you don't want grass. Let's try stone. Find the stone layer, island, click on that, highlight it. Now you want to lay stones. You're moving. Now you're having stones laid down now. Now you have your stones. So that's how you do your layers. All your layers right here. Now they got island, multi, desert, or tundra. Now if you want to use those, you can have a desert landscape without all this grass. Island is what we're using. Let's say you want to use the snow. Okay, come down here, find the snow, and find right there, tundra demo snow. Click on that, highlight it. Now right click, you can see it says fill layer. Click that fill layer, and this is what you got: a snowy environment. Now if you don't want a snowy environment, that's fine. Let's go try the desert. Find the desert. Desert right there. Highlight it, right click, fill layer. Now you got a desert landscape. To run around. But if you don't want that, you can go back to the island. Island right there. Find island down there. Island. Highlight that. Click it. Right click. Fill layer. Now you're on the island now. That's how you can add your layers. Now let's get out of here. Now this looks pretty boring because there ain't no hills or nothing. You can always add rocks. Well, let's go ahead and do some sculpting. Now let's sculpt right there. How much the tool strength is. So you want to vary. You have to decide how heavy and how light you want to do it. I'm just gonna stick with 20. And the brush, 9. This is mess with that. Now let's see what happens. Oh yeah. I got a little bit of the hills now. You can just go ahead and mess around until you find something perfect. You got an erosion. Just like tap that. Don't hold it. Just like a little bit of tap. The hydro. Noise. Okay, now let's say you want to smooth it because it'll look runs. Just tap it a little bit. Just smooth. Now say you want to flatten it because you just don't like it. Okay, go ahead and flatten it all. You get the ideal of landscaping when you start messing around. See, now that's how I do a landscape. Now let's exit out and go landscape mode, selection. That's done. Okay, now we want to add some assets. Go to the contact drawer, click on that. Let's say whatever assets you have, middle-aged village houses. Okay, click on mushes, highlight that, come down to village houses. Click on that, find the houses that you want, and just go ahead and add. There you go. Now it's going to add. Now I want to turn it around. So I just go ahead and turn it around. Which you can see up there. The square, the rotation. Let's go ahead and turn that around. Now I got my houses right there. That's how you add the assets. Add them whatever you want. Just add them. Watchtower. Just add whatever you want. Now let's say you want to add some trees. How are you going to do that? Find where the trees are located at, which will be right here in foliage. Trees. A pine tree. Just go ahead, lay a pine tree down. So lay all these pine trees down. There you go. Now if you want to make the tree bigger or smaller to fit your scene, make sure the tree is highlighted. Go to outliner, details, and you can see the scale right there. Let's go ahead and change that to 2. 2, 2, 2. There you go. Everything's highlighted right now. So that's pretty big size tree. So you want to change something, make sure you click on it and highlight it. See, every time I go by, I click on it and I highlight it. That's how you have to go. Then you go to details and you change whatever it is they want to change. I can see my editor right here. Everything right there is what I have in my scene. So you want to create folders for that to organize that. In order to do that, you go to Untitled, right click, create a folder. And then you can just name your folder and add everything to that folder. Houses, separate. Rocks, separate. Whatever you have, separate everything and make it nice and neat and organized. Okay, now you got that scene right there. So that's how you add your assets. Now, you're going to have to save it. So you have to go to File, Save All. And the screen is going to pop up. What do you want to save it? You want to save it to your test game maps. Right there. And the name of the game, I'm going to put test project, test game. There it is. And then I hit save. Now everything's all saved. Everything's all good. Everything's all saved. I got my test game right there. Maps right there. Test game. Okay. That's good to go. Now, let's check it out. See what happens. I'm going to exit out. I'm going to close it all out. Open it back up. And I'm going to show you what happens. So this is where you start at. Now you're wondering, like, where's my map at? What happened? Well, this is what you go to contact drawer right there. Click on your maps. Right there is test game. Now you can test game that. Right click. You just open up. There. In order to open that up, it's 2 times on the left click. But I'm going to show you an easy way to do this. So every time you open it up, your scene's going to pop up and you don't have to do that. So let's take care of that problem right now. So they'll go to File, Edit, Project Settings right there. Now we're in Project Settings. You can see Maps and Modes. Highlight that. Click that on there. Now you see it out here, Default Maps. We're going to click that and we're going to find the name of our game or what it was. Mine was called Mine was called Test Game. So I'm going to put Test Game right there. Come down here. Find it again. Was located at Test Game. test game right there. Now it's both on test games. Now, what's going to happen is when I start my editor, my scenes are going to pop up. Not all this other crap from the other demos. There it goes. Now I'm going to exit out of there. And I'm going to show you what exactly happened. Watch what happens. It's going to open up to my scene, my game. Not the demo. It's going to open my scene, my game. All the time. So I can start working on my project as soon as I work. Right there it is. Just like that. You've seen your game. You've seen everything pops up. So you can start working. You don't have to worry about going down there and clicking on it. You can just start building right now. Just like that. So every time that you add some assets, rocks, anything you want to add, stones, right there, add some stones. I'm going to add a windmill. Okay. Now, every time you do that, you add anything to your scene, you're going to see right down here in the right hand corner, it says 1 unsaved. What that means is you need to save your game. If you don't save your game and you exit out, you're going to lose all your save process. So it's very important that you save your game. So it's a lot. I mean, a lot. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to File up here. You want to hit Save All. Save All. When that highlights right there, says All Saved, you know everything is saved. So make sure you save your project all the time. Okay? That's for today. And I'm going to make a couple more videos. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want any videos, let me know, and I'll go ahead and show them to you. Thank you.